Another location mentioned in connection with the suspect is Yemen, where he told investigators he has contacts in al-Qaeda. NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is with us tonight. And Richard, you've spent a lot of time in Yemen. Is it a new and perhaps growing threat to the United States?
It is certainly not a new threat. Of course, the USS Cole was attacked in Yemen. The majority of detainees at Guantanamo Bay are Yemenis. But I would agree with you that it is a growing threat. We've heard about Yemen over the last several weeks and months in particular with the connection to the Fort Hood attacker. He was linked to a cleric in Yemen. Al-Qaeda now has a very strong base in Yemen. Some say it rivals even Pakistan. That said, there is one positive note. The government of Yemen has been very cooperative, working closely with U.S. law enforcement and intelligence agencies. And just over the last week or so, Yemen launched 2 major airstrikes against suspected al-Qaeda targets, killing about 60 suspected al-Qaeda suspects, militants. The problem is the government of Yemen doesn't have control over all of its territory, so there is a good possibility that if somebody went there to be radicalized, they could hide in a town or village and never be found.
It appears that he joined an affiliate of al-Qaeda, and that this group, al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, trained him, equipped him with those explosives, and directed him to attack that plane headed for America. This is not the first time this group has targeted us. In recent years, they've bombed Yemeni government facilities and Western hotels, restaurants, and embassies, including our embassy in 2008, killing 1 American. So as president, I've made it a priority to strengthen our partnership with the Yemeni government, training and equipping their security forces, sharing intelligence, and working with them to strike al-Qaeda terrorists.
Obama has already taken steps to this end. Earlier this week, it was announced that the U.S. military aid budget for Yemen has been doubled for this year. Al-Qaeda has consolidated its efforts in the region and now openly boasts of operating with impunity in areas of the country which the government is too weak to control. The attempted attack in Denmark and the failed plane bombing are now the latest 2 incidents linked to al-Qaeda in Yemen and its sympathizers. Which means, just as the Americans and the British say they're ready to send more help to the government in Yemen, al-Qaeda and its allies say this is a fight they're ready to engage in.